Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Tuesday, November 5th, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, 2019. I'm sure most of you guys have already heard about this strange pink anomaly that was observed in the skies above Trinidad back on October 31st, 2019, around 1 p.m. There's a video circulating by Rodney McLean on Facebook. You can find link below in the description box. What we're going to do in this video is analyze some photos from that video and try to determine the size of this thing and quite possibly what it could or could not be. What I've waited on, the reason I've held off on doing a video on this thing is because I wanted to confirm that it actually did occur because it looks so unusual. So I reached out to my friend Ricky, who lives down in Trinidad. He lives right here. He said, yes, it was observed by many people. Meteorologists were having a hard time wrapping their minds around what exactly this thing was. It was observed right here, and I posted a photo on that tab. We're going to take a closer look at that photo because what you're looking at is this pink thing, whatever it may be, from space. I found it on a satellite. So yeah, it was real, and it was very, very large. Many people have said this might be a nacreous cloud or a lenticular cloud, and I'm not claiming to know what it is. Maybe it was. But a nacreous cloud is also named a polar stratospheric cloud. That polar means they're normally observed near the polar ice caps, at least in the Arctic Circle. To see something like this down around the equator of Earth would be highly, highly unusual. Even though what we're looking at is highly unusual, to find nacreous clouds way down here by the equator would be, I guess, equally as unusual, but maybe not out of the question. Here's another link that Ricky shared with me about this strange pink object above Trinidad. So what I did was, once I found out that it was indeed true, I started looking around at some areas that I use for weather observation. And I look at clouds and different things all over the Earth. And I use Zoom Earth. So I went to Zoom Earth. I went back to October 31st, around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, went to Trinidad, which you can see is right there. Sure enough, I zoomed in. There's the object. See it right there? Oh, we're going to take a real close look at that. I took screenshots. I adjusted the color and brightness of the screenshot. Guess what color this thing right here turned? Pink burgundy. And it is big. And we're going to overlay it on Google Earth, where I just showed you right here. And we're going to get an approximate size of this thing, whatever it was, high in the sky above Tunapuna down in Trinidad. So here we go. I've got a ton of photographs that I want to share with you guys. All I've done is adjust the color and brightness and clarity to get a better look at this thing. I have not altered any photo in any way, but here it is on Zoom Earth, going back to October 31st. It's right there. There's Tunapuna, Trinidad. There's the object on October 31st. So here we go. I'm going to start here. There's a photo from the video by Rodney McLean. Just really, really cool, whatever that thing is. We're going to take another look at another photo. This is from a little farther away, and you can see it peeking through the clouds right there, not far from the sun. Here's another look at it here up close. It's got some very definitive edges on it, on the top and on the bottom, although it looks like it's vertical, it's not flat. I received another photo within the same time frame. This was observed on October 31st. I received a photo on October 30th from up in Alabama of something kind of similar to this, although it was in a different position, more horizontal, where this is more vertical, and it's got definitive lines on it. It's got character, much like this, but definitely not pink like you're seeing here above Trinidad. Here's another look at this strange object. Don't think it's a nacreous cloud. It would be too far out of bounds. And again, right here on Zoom Earth, there's your object right there. It was actually in the sky. Here is a still image of what appears to be this thing first peeking through the clouds. It almost looks black here on this side, kind of like it looked on the satellite. It looked black on the top, or at least very, very dark burgundy, as you're going to see in some upcoming photos. Here I've enhanced the color and clarity of the same photo I just showed you, and you can see some black here on the ground side looking up, and here we're looking down from space at the same object. We're going to get into some different photos here in a minute of this object from Zoom Earth. Here we go. Here's the location. Tunapuna, Trinidad. And right here is where the object was observed. We're going to zoom in now with the clouds in place on October 31st, 2019. There's the object right there. This object will turn burgundy here in just a minute. That's the original unedited. Now you can see I've adjusted the color, right? There's the object. I'm going to zoom in real tight and show you a good look at this thing, whatever it was, from space. See how I've adjusted the color, and you can see how that burgundy is now also visible from space. I get even closer. Check this out. That's the original. We'll come back to that here in a minute. I want to zoom in real close. That's, again, the original. I know it's kind of hard to see, but once I adjust the color, there's no mistaking. There it is right there. See it? Zoomed in really, really tight. That's the same photo I just showed you, only this time I adjusted the color to bring forward what was seen on the ground, and right there it is. Huge. That thing, you're going to see here in a minute how big this thing is. It's astounding. Burgundy indeed. There it is. That's what was seen from the ground by many people near Tunapuna. There it is again from the ground looking up, and there it is from space looking down. Here it is from space looking down and from the ground looking up. I put them side by side. Ground view here, space view here. Definitely the same color, right? There's no mistaking it. There it is from space. There it is from the ground. And this thing is huge. And it looks like some sort of a structure. Look at that. It's got like edges on it, top and a bottom. It's vertical. It's like it's penetrating down through the clouds just enough to be visible, and then it disappeared. Okay, so there they are, side by side from space. Here it is, adjusted a little bit more, and you can definitely see the burgundies. You can see some black like we saw in the unedited versions. There's the clouds. You don't see any other burgundy in the photo, but right there where that thing was observed from Trinidad. Here's another look at it. Definitely burgundy going on. So that's from space. Keep in mind, that's that photograph right there, color enhanced. Here it is again, color enhanced from the same location. What we're going to do is overlay this object. You can see the object here very, very clear. We're going to overlay this object on Google Earth to try to get an idea of how big this thing was. Here it is in a inverted format. And you can see the only thing that turns green is that object. Again, this is inverted. I totally inverted the color spectrum of this thing. Showed up green from the ground view. Showed up green from the space view. So that's definitely the same object. It's undeniable. So here's what we're going to do. We're going down here to Port of Spain, Trinidad, Tobago, Tunapuna, and we're going to overlay this on Google Earth. And we're going to try to get a rough idea of quite possibly how big this one was. Up here, 24 hours prior to this one, there was something seen in Wetumpka, Alabama by Bain of a very unusual cloud about 2,000 miles away. Look at that. And they do have similarities. Only thing different is their orientation. This one is more vertical, and where this one is horizontal. So we'll take a look at that also here in just a minute. But I want to go to Google Earth, and I want to overlay the image that I just showed you and try to get an idea of how big that possibly was. Here's the Alabama one. There's the one from down by the equator. So we're going back to Google Earth. Here's the image of the object seen from space, and we're going to try to potentially see how large this thing may have been. There it is right there. We're going to take the Google Earth measuring stick and just get an approximate idea of how large this thing could have been. We're going to start here and just kind of measure based off of the picture right there. About the same size, right? Let's look close there, and we go up. About the same, and we're at approximately the same altitude as I took that screenshot. You're looking at least a half a mile wide, maybe bigger. And that's very, very close to the same altitude. And measuring this thing on Google Earth, it's showing that potentially it being somewhere in the neighborhood of a half a mile wide. So pretty large object, whatever it was, high in the skies above Trinidad, and it was visible from space. You can see it right there. So found that kind of neat. Also, the observation up in Wetumpka kind of resembled, at least with regard to the edges. You can see a sharp edge there and a sharp edge there. Here I've color enhanced it to kind of pull forward some of the features, and you can see some features on this thing that it's kind of the same size, got some same characteristics. But this thing here definitely is unique and was visible from space right there on October 31st of 2019. So great observation, guys. Thanks, Ricky, for sharing the info. You can find all those links down below in the description box. And also, guys, we're over here at B. Brandon's YouTube channel, and I've got a quick favor to ask, if you don't mind. We're watching his channel slowly go backwards, and we don't know why. Every time he uploads a video, he's working hard, probably as hard, if not harder, than anybody else out there. And every time, within seconds of him uploading a video, he loses a subscriber, and it does not matter what the YouTube video is about. So he's starting to get discouraged, and I encourage him every day to keep working hard, that, you know, your hard work's going to pay off, and it doesn't. So if you don't mind, let's put a smile on his face today, because I'm telling you, he wakes up and he looks at his channel go backwards every day when he sees other kids his age put up videos about something as simple as sitting in a cardboard box for 24 hours or something like that, and they'll get 1 million views in one day and pick up 5,000 new subscribers in one day, even 10,000 new subscribers. He puts up a video and within seconds loses a subscriber. So if you would, do me this favor. Share his YouTube channel with all of your Facebook contacts, all of your Twitter contacts, and ask them for me to come over and subscribe to his YouTube channel so that he can see some sort of positive motion with his YouTube channel instead of going backwards, because his content is as good, if not better, than anybody else's out there. But for some reason, the second he uploads a video, he loses a subscriber. He won't throughout the rest of the day. It's right as he uploads the video. So let's try to get him 500 new subscribers today. He had a goal. His goal was to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. But like he just said over there, he was just sitting over there. He's actually working on another video. I admire his perseverance. He doesn't give up, even though his channel does go backwards every day. He said his goal was 5,000 new subscribers by the end of the year, and he kind of had tears in his eyes. He goes, I'm never going to get there at this rate because I keep going backwards. So do me a favor, share his YouTube channel with everybody you know. Ask them to come subscribe, and we're going to show him some love and kindness. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it because he is a very good kid. And if you have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All your photos will go to the Sky Phenomena photo gallery here at the website. Sometimes I will use your photo in a video slideshow. If you're interested in a 2020 Sky Phenomena photo calendar like you see right here, you can find that up here at the white tab at the top of the website. Simply click on the white banner. It will take you to a landing page where you can order your 2020 good quality calendar. This thing's made out of photo paper, not paper, and it is loaded with excellent photographs that have been shared with us from all around the world in 2020. So don't forget to check out the calendar, and there are some shirts below that you might be interested in. And once again, they mail this stuff directly to your house. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day, and be safe out there.